So that's the kind of difference that we're talking about when we're talking about cooked food. It's huge, hugely different. We know it's hugely different, that's why we do it. We make foods different. We make them how we want them to make them.
Is there a way of cooking food where that doesn't happen? You know, stir frying or steaming for just a couple of minutes, or is it all cooked food?
Well, the definition of cooked in terms of food, for me, isn't what method you use, or what food it was, or what temperature you go to even. The definition for me is the degree of change. So, steaming, for example, is cited by some people as being the best cooking method, because if you steam something for 5 minutes in comparison to if you boil something for 5 minutes, then steaming, the things will still be crunchy, they'll still be much fresher than if you boil them for 5 minutes. But it hasn't got much to do with steaming, it's merely a result of the fact that when you steam something, you aren't immersing it in 100 degrees centigrade, you're immersing it in 40 degrees centigrade or whatever steam would.
That's what I mean, does it still have the changes?
But that would therefore affect it less.
Right.
But you can switch that around. If you were to boil something for 2 minutes or steam it for an hour, it would be floppier having been steamed. So it's not about whether you're steaming it or boiling it, it's about how much the heat penetrated. Yeah, so if you bake something for a minute, there's going to be almost no time for that 200 degrees centigrade air to have generated penetration into that chip. And so the chip will still be raw. So whether it's cooked or not isn't the cooking method, it's how much the heat has affected it. And so you don't really need to know anything about temperatures or chemistry or anything like that. Does it go crunch? If it goes crunch, then all of those cells are still intact. If it goes they're not. Doesn't matter how you cooked it, how long it was in there for, what temperature it was at, that's the difference. Yeah, it's really, really simple once you grasp that element of it. But in that way, there are certain cooking methods that are better than others, in that stir frying is cited to be one of the best, because the oil is actually at 200 or 300 degrees centigrade in the bottom of the wok. But a stir fry means you get it in and out of the wok within a minute. It's not, it's in the wok for 20 minutes and you call it a stir fry because it's in a wok. Everything's gone through it. Get it in and out of the wok within a minute and everything's crunchy. And that's the difference, it's the crunch. Yeah? So you can't really sort of, how do I not cook an egg? You just don't cook it. You can't cook something like that if you're not cooking it. Yeah, you're either cooking it or you're not, but it's not about how long it was in there for, it's not about the temperature, it's about the result. That's the difference.